Good morning, everyone, and welcome to episode 2 of the book series of Raising Up into the Higher Dimensions. I hope you're all doing well. I'm feeling really amazing these last few days. So the page I was guided to today was page 24. You are more powerful than any perceived limitation. So I'm going to read the whole message out. We come through today with a message of hope, a message of encouragement, and a message of remembering who you truly are. There are many things in this world that may appear to keep you small, keep you insignificant, and to implant hierarchical structures into your programming. There may be times of hardship and discomfort, but it is to know that you are stronger and more powerful than any limitation that others may place upon you. You have come here for a mission and to be and express all that you are as a soul. It is time to claim it and go within and discover the power for yourself. Integrate that which needs to be integrated and open your hearts to all that is. Love, compassion, grace is needed now for you and for the collective at this time. The more you do this, the more you will shift and be able to perceive differently than before. You have come this far and you will keep going. Hone your abilities and gifts and honor them and know what an impact you can make with them. So what a powerful and encouraging message that is, especially for these times that we're in. And for some of us, we may be feeling quite emotional. We may be coming into that victim state of consciousness. We may feel powerless. So this is really a great message. So it's really an invitation to remember who you truly are, remember your power. Remember that yes, you are a human and you are in this human experience, but you are also an aspect of Source. You are a divine being too. So it's to integrate that into your life and know it, feel it within your body, know it. Allow that higher self-consciousness of you, or source consciousness, whatever you want to call it, to meld with that human awareness so it can see differently, it can perceive differently. So you can be in an expanded state of consciousness and go beyond the limitations that you perceive that are not fixed. So I want to go back to that sentence where it says, there are many things in this world that may appear to keep you small, keep you insignificant, and to implant hierarchical structures into your programming. So as you go through your life, there may be experiences where you do feel small, you don't feel good enough, you suppress parts of you because you don't feel that they're accepted. And just growing up in society as a human, especially in this Western society, there's so many programs that from childhood we take on, from our family, from at school, our teachers, from caregivers, from what we see happening in our world, from the TV and news and media. And so as a child we take on all this stuff. We're perceiving so much and taking it on, and what can happen is we can kind of not disconnect, because we're always connected to our source and divine self and true self and a natural state of being, but it can become faded, or like there's like a wall or some sort of block there, and the beliefs and programming that we take on aren't in alignment, aren't resonant with who we truly are, and that can really cause a lot of suffering to us. And an important part to remember with this is not to get so angry. I mean, it's a perfect normal reaction to have, to be like, well, if all this stuff didn't happen, if I didn't take on all this stuff, then I wouldn't be suffering so much. But it's to remember that you as a soul chose to come into the family that you're in, the body that you're in. You chose to come into this human experience for all of this. And it's to acknowledge that your parents or whoever did the best they could with what they knew, with their level of awareness. And they could be very stuck in, again, what they've been taught and or their own programming, so they didn't realize that they were putting all this stuff onto you. And so it's to really acknowledge that and know that, okay, well, today's a new day, I'm an adult now that I'm aware of this stuff, I can choose to say no thank you, or no, that's not resonant with me, that belief, those thoughts aren't in alignment with what I know my higher self would think, and all these things. And then you start to really take care of your vibration, your frequency, and to also know that everything is happening for you. So all these perceived limitations or barriers or experiences that may seem unwanted was part of this growth experience to get you to be the person you are today, to really go within and claim your power. It's often when these things arise that trigger us that we do go within, or else there's nothing really that gives us a reason to go within our own being. And so that's when a lot of people can start on their spiritual journey, and going within is when things happen that almost causes you to go within. And so it's to know that you are so much more powerful than any of these things that may have been placed against you, that may have caused you to feel a certain way. And it's to really have love and compassion for yourself on this journey, and move forward from that place, knowing you did the best you could on your journey too. And now is a new moment to choose. I'm going to keep that. I'm going to let go of that. I'm going to open up to receive this. I stand in my sovereignty. Okay? There may be times of hardship and discomfort, but it is to know that you are stronger and more powerful than any limitation that others may place upon you. Yeah, so we kind of went into that already. And, it's all for our soul's expansion. We chose to come into this third dimensional reality. We knew that there was going to be a whole lot of varying emotions and vibrations and experiences here. So it's to really accept that and embrace who you are and navigate this human experience the best that you can. You have come here for a mission, and to be and express all that you are as a soul. It's time to claim it and go within and discover the power for yourself. So when you really go through that process of becoming aware of all those beliefs and emotions that you may have stuffed down and all that stuff, that's when you really claim your power, because you know that you really can do anything. You can alchemize emotions, you can process them, you can consciously choose how you're going to emit your energy, what you're going to feel, what you're going to think. And you really become aware of who you truly are beyond that which you've taken on growing up and thinking that, you know, you are the egoic voice in your mind and that's who you are. And you become aware that you are the awareness that's streaming through you, that is always there, that is that loving divine presence, and that you're part of Source. And so you just feel that sense of power, that sense of sovereignty as you move forward. And yeah, remembering that, you know, you came into this lifetime with the purpose for a reason, and so it's really time to be okay. I'm going to listen to my heart. I'm going to be soul-led. I know I came here for a reason, so I'm going to surrender to how my life force energy wants to move through me, what creations want to come through me, where am I being guided to go. So then you start operating more from your high self consciousness, embodying that in human form, compared to being solely just in this human awareness. You're really integrating the two, the heart and the mind, and to really express your own unique frequency and essence. No one's like you, and so what a gift you are to the world. Integrate that which needs to be integrated and open your heart to all that is. So with integration, it's all about being with those parts of you that are hurt, that were suppressed, that maybe weren't seen or heard. You being the one that brings it in, brings love and presence to all those parts, not rejecting anything, not wanting to push anything away. It's all about kind of you being that light and being, come here, all parts of me. Come back to love. Come back to that which you truly are. I'm here, I love you, I forgive, I'm open, I accept you. And that's just the most healing thing. And throughout our journey, there's always going to be more parts of us to be integrated and loved. So as they arise, then you can do that. It's not about digging into the past or digging into these lower states out of nowhere. When it arises in your reality, or when you feel the emotions coming up, that's when you be with it. Yeah, and open your heart. We want to walk around this earth, around the world, with an open heart. Radiate that out. Love is the truest essence that Source is, that all we are. We all know how good it feels to feel love, to be loved. And we all know that when we don't feel that, then we can tend to act out of hurt, out of fear, out of all that stuff. But know that you can always tap into your own heart through your pure intent, your focus, and you can radiate that out to yourself and to others and the world as much as you like. What a gift that is. Love, compassion, grace is needed now for you and for the collective at this time. Yeah. So with that open heart, with that loving, compassionate, graceful energy, those divine feminine qualities will be really healing to so many people, the collective consciousness, the earth. The more you do this, the more you will shift and be able to perceive differently than before. So it's when we start truly embodying who we truly are, claiming that more and more, our reality will shift. It's like we're seeing through new eyes. We see the beauty, we see the sacredness, we see the divinity in everything. We feel differently. So it's like our reality has completely changed and shifted, where you could have a friend who is with you but sees the world totally differently, because it's through those lenses, it's through that state of consciousness that we're perceiving from that really matters. And it's really bringing in those vibrations, those higher states of frequency into your physical body, into the earth. So it's not just sitting in meditation, visualizing, going off. It's about being in direct experience with life here and now in your physical body. How can you be that embodiment of love? Through your unique way, through who you are. You have come this far and you will keep going. Hone your abilities and gifts and honor them and know what an impact you can make with them. And so this isn't just intuitive abilities, spiritual abilities. This is any natural gifts and abilities that you have. Maybe you're a really good listener. Maybe you're really creative at making something. Maybe you like using color and art, or maybe it's sound, or maybe it's through writing, or maybe it's through speaking and uplifting people. Whatever it is, you came into this lifetime with these gifts and abilities, and through your life you will discover more as well and tap into those other parts of you with different abilities and gifts that perhaps you haven't discovered yet. So it's really to know, hey, I came into this life with this blueprint. This is things that just come naturally and easy to me, and I love it, and it's joyful, and it's fun. And you do that, and you express that, and you be that in the world. In today's society, it's so easy to get caught up in consuming content, seeing what other people are doing, and almost getting so involved in their life and their energy and what they're doing, and you wanting to be like other people, when it's really key to always come back to yourself, your direct experience with life, what you're here to offer, what you are here to do and be and transmit out into the world. One thing, kind of like a little quote or saying that I like to think of is to create more than I consume. I think that's really important, honoring your own being and what you have to offer the world, and consume some information here and there if you want, that will benefit you, that will assist you. But don't be so fixed and caught up in other people's lives, because you're who you are, the awareness, the consciousness, that loving presence is coming through this body, through who you are as a human. So really honor that, and that's really a gift to the world, and you can make a huge impact being you. Okay? You are important. You are like a piece of the puzzle, and there's no one like you. You are perfect as you are. So the more you embrace and accept who you are, the more joy you will experience, the more joy the world will experience, and the more the earth and the planet and the collective consciousness will shift and shift. And it's really a beautiful place to be able to honor everyone in their own unique way, and their own unique embodiment and expression of their divinity and their source self, and really fulfilling their purpose and following their heart and their calling. You know, you can't go wrong, you can't go down a wrong or bad path when you follow your joy, follow your heart, and trust your intuition and be who you are here to be. So be your authentic self, know you're powerful, process and alchemize emotions as they arise, okay? All the beliefs, or the thoughts, or the hierarchical programming, all of that, you can go beyond that, okay? These are perceived limitations that you can break out of, and you can live as a sovereign divine being, feeling powerful, feeling like the most authentic you, and really embrace this process of unfolding, okay? This is a life where there's always expansion, so enjoy the process, okay? Much love, and I'll see you for episode 3.